What's tea, kids? And welcome back. Honey, I got some tea for you bitches. Honey. So if you have been with Reyna Teas for this long, you know one of our most popular videos on this channel is my telling of doing Intranquil spirit work on my ex, right? If you haven't checked out that video, it's definitely in our video archives. You can check that out. And just to let you hoes know, because you already know, just to let you hoes know, Reyna Teas is open for readings and spell work. Get your motherfucking Bane and Love box from the Big Cartel. And yeah, but let's get into this tea, honey, because she's piping hot and I'm just like over here living, because it is the exact day that it has happened. I ran into last night downtown my ex, who I put Intranquil spirit work on. Okay, so it's been 2 years. Yes, 2 years since I stood before this motherfucker, like was in his mug. And prior that, I believe he reached out to me for New Year's, but I ignored his message. Like, I paid it. I was like, ugh, girl, goodbye. Um, yeah. Yeah, it was like, So I did not respond to him, and I went out last night, and bitch, I was looking good last night. Okay, honey, break up with your girlfriend had just dropped, bitch, and I was low-key just feeling this high ponytail, bitch, and a lingerie piece to step out in. No, I wasn't in lingerie, but I stepped out. I went out with my friends. Here's some other backseat that y'all girls don't know, because we don't get on the line and spill all our tea. I was seeing someone, okay? I was seeing someone, and we were talking literally for a year together. And he and I recently parted ways, okay? Now, dealing with that whole thing, and when y'all hosts be coming to Reyna Teas and we be talking to y'all about this love work and this magic and stuff, do know that we talking from experience, okay? We're not textbook witches here. We're like in the field, bitch, hands-on hoes. And I think a lot of you girls know that. But, okay, so we parted ways amicably. You know what I'm saying? There was no need for me to drag his ass back or drag him, period. With magic, I can let exes go. So, yeah, we parted ways, and I was feeling down about it. I was like, damn, all this is kind of like whatever. But I knew it was also my time to step forth and find myself again, because like when you're in these relationships, you do consider loving the other person more than yourself. Like there's something that happens where they become a major part of your concern, your life. If they don't talk to you, like what's going on, you worry, you care, you're concerned. So that's just natural. But when a breakup happens, you have to go through this process of loving yourself again, re-loving yourself again. And so I was doing that. I was, bitch, I had my bops, I had my music, my bops girl. Bitch, I was stepping out again, going out with my friends, reconnecting with them, and just really getting into the spirit of that. So I also reached out to the Goetic spirit, Dandelion. I love Dante. I love Dante. Dante was, I know he wasn't my first. Pi was my first. But Dante, I met Dante Lion right around the same, that same era as well, because I was doing love magic and trying to win someone over. The Paimon video, you guys can check that out on this channel too. So I was working with Dante, and I was working with Dante to, come into my life and work with me to kind of find that strength to be alone and be, you know what I'm saying, like set and loving being alone. I didn't want to jump out of this relationship and then go back on the prowl and start dating and seeing other people. No. I wanted to enjoy being single, bitch. And a lot of hoes need to get on that, because like you go jumping into these relationships, or you're spending, years waiting and hoping for this person to come back, and it's like, life is too short. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short. Like, yeah, bitch, I'll cast on a nigga if I want his ass back. But at the same time, during that period, I need to be focused on myself, not waiting for this magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it becomes more potent, as soon as you leave it alone. So I hadn't thought about it. It's funny, wait, okay. So I thought about the Intranquil Spirit ex. It was funny, I thought about him when that whole breakup happened. I was like, damn, like, I think I said something to the effect of myself, like, wouldn't it be so funny, like, now that this person's gone, like, I run into someone, because that usually is what happens with me. Not even with this Intranquil ex, but like in the past, like, it's something that I don't know, my exes seem to pick up on, and they know, like, I'm single or something, and they'll, like, just pop up and appear, and I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? We're not going there anymore, you and I. So going back to, I did think, I was like, damn, like, what if I run into this nigga, because he's probably gonna be around somewhere, so, especially me stepping back out into the scene, I'm probably gonna run into him. So I went out last night, girl looking sickening, and had all the boys on the block, like, oh my god, who is that? Who is she? And I heard someone call my name, like this thing, and I was like, that accent though. Because my Intranquil Spirit ex, he's from, damn, bitch, where is he from? See, I ain't even pressed on the nigga no more. I used to know it, but he's from Romania. He's Romanian. So he has an accent. He has a heavy accent. So anyway, I turned and I'm like, wait. As I was turning, I remember it clicking in my head, like, oh my god, I cannot believe it's him. And I turned around and there he was. So I hadn't seen him in 2 years. He looked okay. Like, he looked skinnier. He looked a lot skinnier, I'll say that much. But yeah, so let's talk about this whole thing, because I bitch, it's so much tea with running into this nigga, and all the tea that he gave me, bitch, and the tea that I'm about to give you hoes right now. Okay, how magic works in just the universe and spirit. So I've been working with, like I said, I was working with Dante, and Dante Lion as a goetic spirit is just, he's so amazing, it's like he's really amazing, and he's really gentle, and he's actually funny. Like, I think sometimes when I communicate with spirits, especially him as a mind, him knowing the thoughts of all, and having many faces, different faces, he can definitely tap into whatever vibe that you have going on, and really, I don't want to say mimic that, but it was like talking to a friend. And, I have a relationship with him, so it wasn't like, oh my god, like, as soon as I pulled that sigil, honey, and I started with that meditating, he was like, oh, like, hey, I'm here, like, what's good, girl, like, how you doing, like, so it was immediate, just rekindling of that relationship, that friendship, that bond. And I very much told him, I was like, I want a period where I get back into loving myself. I asked I asked Dante Line, I was like, about this current guy that I parted from, not my ex, but this current guy. I wanted to reach a place of indifference with him. I wanted to reach a place where the breakup I wasn't going through the motions of it as much. And so I really got into, like, a lot of music, and like I said, like, a lot of bops that was just putting me back into this place of feeling fishy, honey, feeling fire, feeling lit, just being that girl. And meditating with Dante. And I did not ask to, it's funny because, he causes the love between people, and he can make you very desirable. So trust, like, when I went out last night, it was like it was no joke. Just girls and guys, it wasn't like I was just there and all. No, people just genuinely, like, coming to my energy, and just, oh hey, just meeting new people, and really going out, being out on the dance floor, just living, and it felt really good. So to see this guy, it's like, it's so funny. So immediately in seeing him, he's like, oh, wow, like, I see you, you look really good, and we're back and forth. he saw me with my friends, so he kind of knew that I wasn't gonna dish him. But he was like, "Oh, like before you go, like, do you still have the same number?" So we exchanged numbers again, and I parted on my way. So I was hanging out with my friends, dancing, having a good time, and I was getting text messages from him. So I didn't receive his text messages until an hour later, and basically it was him saying, I wonder if I should like post some screenshots, but it was him basically saying like, "Oh, hey, where are you? Like, are you going to this club? Are you going over here? Like, things like that." He was trying to find out where I was. So basically, we ended up meeting up, and my friends were like, "Oh, they were gonna go." They were gonna go to another part of the strip, which was a little bit further down, and I was like, girl, I'm not really trying to walk in these heels like that, girl. I'm really kind of. So I was like, either I'll catch an Uber over there with you guys or whatever. So I ended up staying with my Intranquil spirit ex, right? Now, when he and I are together, like in public, that's one thing I could say about him. Like, how can I say this bitch without sounding like that bitch? Men, there's a certain type of man that can be next to me. I know that I can attract a lot of different types of men, but there's only a confident, kind of like self-assured man that can stand next to me, because if he's not right standing next to me and don't match, like, I'm not gonna give him the time of day. That's number one, because I value myself. But number two, it's like a lot of men be kind of scary too. Bitch is serving, honey, I'm trying to tell you. But a lot of men be serving. So one thing I admire about him is like, he was like, like he would be right there, and he was very much acting like that last night. He wasn't pushing or pushing my boundaries, but he was there acting like my man basically. And there was time we was kind of holding hands and things like that. And so he was like, "Oh, like, where are you staying at, blah 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 blah," and he invited me back to his house. So I go back to his house, his new place, because he's not at the same place where I laid that trap on his ass. But the new place, nice place, and we were there. And here's where the tea gets interesting, because during all this time, now I consider him a narcissist. I know this motherfucker is a narcissist. I know without a slither of doubt he is a narcissist and has narcissistic personality disorder or traits, whatever you want to call it. That's just who he is. But it was very interesting when I was in this space with him, because he just unloaded, and he cried, okay? And this motherfucker cried. And I was just like, it was so weird, because I was there in this space thinking, because he apologized and he gave me, I'm gonna give you all the tea, girl, but yeah, he was there apologizing and everything. And I was there thinking like, wow, I remember there was a time where I really wanted this. There was a time I would have been elated to be here in this moment, getting all this tea back, and getting this feelings, I guess, if you could say, because girl, those narcissist types, getting his feels. And I would have felt valued. He would have been what validated me and what made our relationship real or whatever. But in that moment, I was just like, whoa, like, did the person who he's talking about, I'm not even that bitch anymore. Like, that girl is gone. She's dead. That girl is gone. So I was not moved. I was there, and I was empathetic and sympathetic. Not sympathetic, but I was there and I was being understanding, whatever, letting him have his place to speak or whatever, and getting all the tea. But I wasn't moved. Okay? I was not moved. So basically he broke down and he told me that he realized, over time, as they say, he realized the type of person he was, and he was not very proud of it, how he very much neglected, the relationship and my feelings and everything. He just amended for everything, and he said he was sorry if what he had done had changed the nature of who I was. And, I had to reassure him. I was like, at the end of the day, it was what it was. but I grew from it. You know, it wasn't something that destroyed me or held me back. So it's like, you don't really even need, I mean, I get that you're apologizing and I appreciate it, but at this point, the girl you're apologizing to is dead. She's not here no more. She's not crying anymore. She's not hurt. She's not feeling insecure and neglected and all of those, you know, deep trauma felt emotions. This new bitch right here, this bitch is sitting. You know what I'm saying? This bitch that dined you with her presence tonight is the same bitch that half these motherfuckers out there on that strip was trying to get with or talk to. So just know, you know, just know. And that's the level that you have to reach when you're dealing with these type of people, especially when you're doing love magic. You have to come from a place of confidence, and you have to come from a place of abundance, and you have to feel good about yourself, you know? Now, he was also, okay, so here's some other tea. So I know a lot of you guys might be wondering, okay, well, did you pick up on any, you know, negative energy, or was the Intranquil spirit still on him? So, bitch, in the video where I told you guys about what happened to him, and I had to take him to the hospital because he was getting these massive, confirmation, he was getting these massive boils, like these cysts around his anus. Yes, girl. Right around his butthole, beach. Right around there. He was getting them, and I had to take him to the hospital one time because he had nobody else to call, you know, and I had to take him. So it was funny. I asked him, I was like, how is your skin doing? I was like, damn, you know, like, you look good. Like, how's your skin doing? And he was like, oh, like, I want to show you something. So, girl, he took off his shirt, and on his back, I was like, damn, like, he is still going through it. Now, here's the tea. It wasn't like this gruesome sight, but he had like some really huge cyst, like, not huge, okay, probably like a dime size, like dime spot areas, like in 5 to 6 areas on his back. The white fucking head pimples, bitch, like them bumps. And he showed me them, and I was like, damn, like, what are you, you know, like, what are you doing for him, blah, 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 blah. Like, he has very tiny pores. He also has very tiny pores, and he does not take care of himself. He doesn't, you know, drink water and flush himself. This nigga be smoking. And it's like, okay, like, all that toxicity, and also, bitch, the type of bitch that you are, all that toxicity is not having, it's not being released. It's just being stored in your body, in your cells, and just like blowing up on your back like this. So I was there and I saw it, and I was just like, I was just getting all the tea, and I was low-key kind of laughing inside. I was just like, damn, not even in a like, not in an insidious way that, oh my god, that's goody for him. Because I've grown from that. Like, I don't even give a fuck no more. But it was just like, damn, like, look at how it carries on. Look at how it carried out, and you're still dealing with this to this day. And also, his motherfucking ass is finna be deported. Yeah, he's gonna be deported next month. He gave me that tea. And he was just crying. He was just crying because he was like, damn, you know, I look back on what I did here in America. And, you know, I feel like I just kind of led a path of destruction and just ran through people's lives with that energy. And I just couldn't say anything. I just was letting him speak or whatever. The nigga, ooh, and here's some other tea. So this nigga, there was a few things that when I used to go over to his house, like, I would leave, like, sometimes I would leave my earrings or, you know, like a bracelet or whatever. But it was this necklace that I had, and it had a lapis, it was a lapis pendant, you know, and was it lapis? It was one of those stones, the one that kind of gives you girls like prismatic, but it's blue. I can't think of it right now, but I left that at his house, and I was like trying to get it back, and he would not give that shit back to me. And I was like, okay, well, so much time has passed, like maybe he threw it out when he moved, whatever. And me being in that moment, I was just kind of like, wasn't even thinking about it. So he goes to his room and he comes back out and he's like, give me your hand. So I takes my hand and he puts the thing back in, he puts that jewel, and he was like, like, I never forgot about you. Like, I never forgot about you. And I used to think about you all the time, and I still do. And it's so crazy. Like, I was there looking at him, and I will say I did get caught up in the emotions myself, because like somebody telling you that and you shared a moment with them, bitch, you're gonna feel some type of way. It wasn't like I was just there like, like, girl, whatever. No, I was there and I was very much in my feelings too. I didn't cry, but I was very much in my feelings too, and I was kind of saying my truth about the situation. Like, I accepted everything that happened, like, I'm better, like, I'm doing me, and that's what's good, you know what I'm saying? So I guess what I wanted to give with all this tea is, if you're doing love magic out there, someone, bitch, you're doing it, bitch, you come through Reyna teas to do it, you, bitch, go to, I don't know, hoo-hoo mama, whatever, bitch, know that love magic is magic of the mind. It's psychology magic, and there's no time limit. 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, he had reached out prior, but it was 2 years, and I didn't. When it came back, it was like, and now he wants to be like, he was talking to me like, oh, like, da 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 da, like, let's get together, like, I don't want to be your date for Valentine's Day, but I would like to take you to dinner. I'm like, girl, goodbye. Bitch, she's going to be played, honey, because I am not even going down that route with her. I'm not. Because I feel like I've seen this act before, and that's the place where you honestly need to be at, because I'm in a position of power with the decision that I'm making. He wants to be back in my life in some level, possibly, I don't know, relationship, whatever. But he is making that effort, and I don't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, I might entertain it, but I don't really even think I want to, because I'm just so sound in myself. And I know that if I were, I wouldn't even be able to really empathetically connect with him. First, and bitch, for you hoes that's wondering, because I know the girl's gonna be like, oh, like, did y'all lay down? No, I did not. Because I knew that spirit was possibly still weaving itself through his life, and he has not been cleansed, bitch. I was not finna sleep with him. Bitch, Uber was called. It was 6 a.m., bitch, but she was called. And yeah, we left on that note, like him saying like, oh, he wants to see me again. But I'm not the same bitch. I'm not her, I'm not her. And I want so much more. I want so much better in a partnership. Even with this guy that I was seeing, for a year. Things were good, but he just wasn't about elevating with me. I know the stepping stones that I would have taken would have left him behind. And I know he can't be on this road with me. I know it's not his road to walk, but nigga, you need to be doing something, bitch. I need a motherfucker like high value. When you put high value on yourself, it's like cognitive dissonance. You can't settle for the same old bullshit. You won't. It was getting into this, the relationship was getting heavier with the year that had passed between me and this guy, and I started thinking about real questions like, how is this gonna fit in a more, I don't want to say traditional, but in building a household, building a family, building a unity. And I just wasn't confident in that. I know, bitch, his ass wasn't gonna do it, because it was a lot of shit about him that was not all roses, and that was one of them. That was like the deal breaker. So setting those high standards for yourself. So going back to the lesson that's at the end of this video, doing love magic, bitch, you gotta start loving yourself first. Let that magic start there first, before you even get the box, before you even try to get this person back, before, you know, while you doing the work, whatever. Focus on loving yourself. That is the most valuable thing, bitch. You should never give another person. It's gonna happen over time in a relationship. I know, bitch, trust me. You care so much about that other person. You want so much better for that person. You want to have that person in your life. But in a lot of times too, you in my situation, it started to appear that this split was gonna have to happen months ago, because I was valuing myself. I was valuing what I need in a relationship and what I need a relationship to ask of out of me and push me for, you know, and vice versa with my partner. So value yourself. Let that be the first motherfucking spell you cast. Whether you broke up, bitch, whether you trying to find someone new, whether you over here dating, let the first motherfucking honey jar be for yourself. I'm telling you, it's priceless and it's valuable. And when I stepped out last night, bitch, I stepped into a world of magic, and it reminded me that I am magic. It reminded me that I feel and I understand and I'm mature and I know what I want. And though I did hurt someone, I know that during that time we were together, I was the best. Give you girls another tea. So when I was really young, and bitch, I was like online, honey, mind you. I was in high school talking. Yeah, I was in high school talking to older men. Yes, girls, about that life. So this one guy I had met, mind you, I was like 17 years old or something. One guy I had met, we were talking online, and basically he was telling me like he had just got out of a 3-year relationship, and I was like, oh my god, 3 years, that's such a long time. Like, how are you dealing with it? Like, do you hate him? Like I was asking those questions, and he said something to me that stuck. So it just stuck, and every time I get into a relationship or I'm talking to somebody, whatever, I always apply this. And basically he said, you know what? Like, all I know is I was the best partner I could be in the relationship. I was the best I could be. Is not his, I don't hold, like, I was the best bitch that I can be for me. And I was like, wow, like that's deep. That's deep when you can take the fault and the blame and the resentment and those wallowing emotions out of the equation, and you forgive. First of all, you forgive yourself, and you give yourself back, to yourself. You give yourself back to yourself, and you say, you know what, bitch, hey, bitch, I tried. I did that. They didn't want it, or I didn't want it. That's fine. But I did that, and I know I was the best I could be in that. Okay? So that's all you need to be worried about. Not changing these motherfuckers, because you cannot, bitch. You can summon the baddest motherfucker in the Goetia or in any fucking thing you want. You do love magic to bring a narcissist back into your life, bitch. Guess what he's gonna be? He's not gonna come into this shit and be sweet Prince Charming. Oh, lovey-dovey. I mean, yeah, you guys will probably get into the motions, but he will still be that core person at the core of who he is. So for a lot of you girls, doing love magic on these narcissistic types and these broken, fragmented types, also know that that's a reality too. Wanting them back into your life, they're gonna bring back the same shit. The same shit that they left you and did you the favor of leaving you to go do. Like, this nigga, I was so hurt at the time with my Intranquil spirit ex, bitch. I was full with all those emotions. I was there, girl. I was full with all those emotions and wanting, bitch, resentment. I want his ass to pay and blah blah blah. And I did, bitch. I got it. But I also, in truth, I also lost a part of myself. And when I say lost, it's not good or bad. It's not good or bad, but it was real. Like, I lost a part of myself going through that. Because in the time that I was doing the rituals, doing it over and over after him, bitch, I could have been doing love fucking magic. Okay, not love. Yeah, I could have been doing new love magic. Bitch, I could have been doing money magic. Okay, and one thing that I said to myself when this recent relationship ended, I was like, bitch, the best remedy for a motherfucking heartbreak is to make some fucking bread, bitch. Okay, make some money. Okay, because like my grandmother used to always tell me, bitch, you ain't got no friends. Okay, your friends is Jesus and money. I used to hate when she said that. I used to hate it because, you know, my bubbly ass, I like making friends. I like having people, you know. We're social creatures. But over time, you see, you only got your back in this. You only got so much time in this. Make it, bitch, do for you. If you want that motherfucker back, make sure it's for you, not him. Don't be over here pining for a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, that basically shitted on you and don't want to be with your ass. You know? It's a reality in that. It's a reality in that. I'm Reyna T's, girl, we're here, bitch. We're here to do the magic, whatever. But you know us over here. We're going to get you together with the real tea. And that's some real tea. Don't ever put no other motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. When they leave the relationship, they're dead. The person that you were with, they won't ever be. I mean, they'll come, if they come back, they'll kind of, you know, they have their personality. They're gonna do things that you were attracted to and you miss and things like that. But the person who they were in that relationship with you, the person who you were in that relationship, is dead. It's like the Ten of Swords, bitch. How many times you gonna stab this motherfucker? Like he's done. Like you're stabbing him. Girl, the body laid, don't even move no more. You know, you don't even like grunt, nothing, gone. So, you know, a lot of times too, the biggest lesson in some of this work is learning detachment. Is learning self-sufficiency. Is learning self-love. You know? So I don't want to get too preachy on this, but yeah, if you guys are feeling this, let me know in the comment section down below. Me and my sister will be back. We're thinking of doing like some celebrity readings and things like that. If you girls know any tea, or you want us to, you know, put out any tea in the celebrity world, shoot us the story. We'll check it out and we'll do a live reading with you girls. We definitely want to get into the lives too, to kiki with you hoes and get in these comment section with you girls. We love you. Thank you for the support. Hello to all our new subscribers. And yeah, we will see you in the next one.